This message is on Revelation chapter 10. There are some things that I will not discuss in this message because of God is not the author of confusion, but I will give you the information where you can find it for yourself. You can look up Council Nicaea, 1 Peter 3, and 1 Corinthians 3. Before I go into the chapter, there's some symbols that are in this chapter. Rainbow, which represents covenant. Face like the sun. If you remember Moses, when he was in the presence of God, his face had a glow on it, and they even had to put a veil over it. Feet like pillars of fire. Fire of purifier. Sea, which is multitudes who don't know God. Land, which is carnal Christians. Thunder, which is God's word. Remember back in the Old Testament, God spoke with thunder. It scared everybody half to death. Revelation chapter 10, verse 1. And I saw another mighty angel come down from heaven, clothed with a cloud and a rainbow, which is covenant, was upon his head, and his face was as it were the sun, and his feet as pillars of fire. And he had in his hand a little book open, and he set his right foot upon the sea. He set his right foot on the sea, which, as you remember, I said sea represents sin. There are many people in foreign countries who have not been able to hear the gospel. And even if they were able to hear the gospel, they wouldn't be able to accept it. Because simple fact is, suppose like they were Muslim. They were raised Muslim. Taught from the time they were a child not to question Islam. They thought it was a grave sin. It's going to be difficult to get them converted over to the faith. But now God can convert them. Which again, his foot purifies. And his left foot on the earth, which the earth, yet again, is carnal Christians. God purifies. And cried with a loud voice, as when a lion roars. And when he had cried, 7 thunders uttered their voices. And when the 7 thunders had uttered their voices, I was about to write, and I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Seal up these things which the 7 thunders uttered, and write them not. Go to Daniel chapter 12, verse 4. This is very similar to what happened in Revelation when he told John to seal it up. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. So he told them to shut the book until a time when knowledge would be increased. Verse 5. And the angel which I saw stand upon the sea and upon the earth lifted up his hand to heaven, and swore by him that liveth forever and ever, who created heaven and the things that therein are, and the earth and the things that therein are, and the sea, and the things which are therein, and that there should be time no longer. But in the days of the voice of the seventh angel, when he shall begin to sound, the mystery of God should be finished, as he has declared to his servants the prophets. And the voice which I heard from heaven spoke unto me again, and said, Go and take the little book which is open in the hand of the angel which standeth upon the sea and upon the earth. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, Give me the little book. And he said unto me, Take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. I think there was something like that happened one time with Ezekiel, where he was told to do something like that. And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter. And he said unto me, Thou must prophesy again before many people and nations and tongues and kings. That's the end of Revelation chapter 10. By the way, if I find it, I'll put that in Ezekiel on here.